from the banks of Lake Erie, EA Sports welcomes you to Huntington Bank Field here in downtown Cleveland. Straight ahead, we've got a pretty good one on tap here, as it'll be the Baltimore Ravens taking on the Cleveland Browns. Set to go now on a beautiful sunny afternoon. And off we go from Cleveland. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28.
Take over first and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
Set it. Liking 18.
First play from scrimmage. Watson going to throw it. A throw left side, reeled in by the rookie wideout. 11 yards there on the first play from scrimmage.
That's a good start to the ball game. Maybe a little bit of a tone setter offensively. They come out throwing right away, and it's an early completion and a quick first down.
Here we go.
Watson now to throw. That's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he has a big gain inside the 30 before being dropped. A big play that time on the catch and run. And it'll move the chains. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
38-yard line.
On the ground, this is Quinshawn Jenkins. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Second and 9 at the 37-yard line.
Watson. And that's incomplete.
The quarterback got away with one there. Looked like he was in line for a pick, but instead it's knocked harmlessly to the turf.
So 3rd down, they need to get to the 28 for a first.
Ready.
Now it's Watson. And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
My first thought is surprise, because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
And this one is right through. And the Browns are out to a 3-0 lead. They were probably hoping to get him a little bit closer for a shorter field goal, but he was able to get it done from deep.
Nice little tester for him to begin things, huh? I think he was open for a little bit more of a chip shot. Instead, they made him stretch it out a little bit, but he's got to feel great now that he put it through the pipes.
Guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. Now a first carry for Derrick Henry. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. This drive starting off on the right foot, 18 yards. From all the way up at the 38 now after a good start to the drive.
A gain of 18 on the play.
They go play action with Jackson. He's got his man, it's Andrews. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last two plays.
Baltimore first down. First and 10 at the 50-yard line.
A first down carry for Henry. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
From the 44 now. Here's 2nd and 4. Now it's Jackson. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and it goes down. Everybody was coming on the blitz that time, and they got home.
And you know the expression, hat on a hat, in terms of blocking, trying to keep your quarterback protected? Well, if you don't have enough hats, that's the end result. Your quarterback goes down, and sometimes he goes down hard.
And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 30. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports.
Baltimore first down. 1st and 10 at the
Raven football
line.
here as we begin quarter number 2. As they've got it with a 1st and 10. Play action. It's Jackson. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. And this is going to be hauled in by the tight end Andrews. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
That is definitely what we call our defense an uh-oh play. And what you mean by that is against Lamar Jackson, when you see him out of the pocket, your first thought is, uh-oh, he's going to try and run it. How do I get to him and get him on the ground? And guess what? That didn't happen, and his receiver took advantage.
And he stopped immediately there. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
1-yard gain brings up 2nd and 9. At the 14-yard line.
Again, it's Henry. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back over to the line of scrimmage. 1 yard and now no yards. Have him looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. From the gun on 3rd down, Jackson. He'll try and do this himself. Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And this is picked up by the Browns.
Hey, we can preach ball security all we want here, but how about that effort on defense? Excellent job inside the red zone. Just took away at least 3 points by forcing that fumble.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. They take over in a precarious spot here, albeit after forcing the fumble at the goal line. This is safety territory as they start from their own 1. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Now 2nd and 6 at the 5-yard line.
To throw is Watson. He finds his man complete. That's 4th. And this is going to double their room to maneuver, able to get it from the 5 to the 10-yard line. 1:57 to go in this first half on EA Sports. Here comes 3rd and about a foot. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Here's 3rd and a few inches. They'll try and run here with Jenkins. And he'll have the first down as he's up to about the 18. It goes as a gain of 8 that moves the chains.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 18-yard line.
First down, right back to Jenkins. A good gain of 9 before he's brought down at the 28.
Any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before the A's told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
It's caught inside the 25. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. A great effort there. 72 yards. And the Browns will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Point after try forthcoming. And it's no good. He missed it wide to the left. back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. And he won't quite make it to the 25. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Well, not much time remains here in this first half. We'll see if they can get something out of this drive, at least a field goal. They could certainly use it down by 2 scores. And the defense says they have it. They do. One play into the ball game, an early turnover.
Ready? Ready.
Following the fumble recovery, Watson. And that's going to be incomplete.
That incompletion certainly slows things down a little bit and brings up a very important call for 2nd and long. What do? Run and try and get some yardage and make it 3rd and manageable? Or challenge the coverage again, hoping for a bigger gain?
The handoff to Ford up the middle. And he'll get this down over to about the 46. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
Makes it 3rd and 8.
Ready?
A shotgun snap for Watson. That is caught. And he is going to have the Browns first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Now Watson. Now he'll tuck this and run. And that one's going to be off target and incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them. And I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
It's headed right. It's no good. He misses wide of the upright. And that'll keep this a 9-point game. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Ravens set to receive the football, trailing here as we resume action in the 3rd quarter. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. By no means certainly are they out of this contest. 2-score game start of the 3rd quarter, but you feel like if they don't get points and then they give up points, then it can become a slippery slope. This feels like an important possession.
Yeah, that slope becomes even more slick if you come away empty-handed on this drive, because then you give them a chance to extend their lead. You need some kind of points here, even if it's just a field goal. It's what I call one of those calming drives, try and slow things down a little bit.
And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the first down on a 13-yard run. Now Jackson. It's complete. This is Derrick Henry. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. That's good for 21 yards on the catch and run. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Henry up the middle. And able to fight forward inside the 15 to the 13. Here's 2nd and 3. Now Lamar changing the look. Play action. Now Jackson. And there's a quick throw caught by Andrews. And the Ravens are going to have a 1st and goal as the tackle is made at about the 5. They'll try and run for it with Henry. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. 2nd and goal from inside the 5.
Brings up 2nd and goal.
Jackson now. Now he's going to step up and run. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Lamar Jackson taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Ravens have got it back to within a score. Well, this defense, so many things to worry about in the red zone area, but you'd have to almost think that Lamar Jackson running the football, that might be number one.
It should be number one, and in this portion of the field where things shrink a little bit because the receivers can't run past anyone because they'll run out of real estate, you should have all eyes on Lamar Jackson when the ball is snapped and try and keep him back in the pocket.
Yeah, I don't think that they were surprised he was running it there. They just couldn't stop him, and he ends up in the end zone. They don't get the two-point conversion here. Now after the touchdown, Luke back out to kick this one away.
The Browns take over at first and 10 at their own 31-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. But Charles, they still have the lead despite their defense giving up a touchdown on the previous possession. And even though they have that lead, it feels like a back-and-forth ball game where to try to get momentum back, maybe they need at least 3 here on this drive.
I think you're right about that, Brandon, because your game plan doesn't change. I do believe your urgency does because of the last score that went against your team. So what you want to do now is have your own drive and try and make sure that momentum stays in your camp.
And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it.
Well, so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure or do they play coverage on this down?
COVID-19.
Here's Watson. And that will be incomplete.
And that's a really good job there defensively. They went into this possession knowing that they needed to get a stop. They're in a tight ball game, and they got it done. Great work to force the 3 and out. Got the football right back for their offense. They've got to go to the sidelines feeling pretty good about themselves and encouraging their offensive mates to get some points.
On 4th down, Watson. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. They couldn't ask for much more to this point in the second half. A gorgeous day, 1-score game. 1st and 10 here. They'll give it to Jenkins. And he picks up about 6 as he gets this down to the 41.
He didn't have a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. Now he'll tuck this and run. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. It's just a gain of a couple there on the scramble, and now it's 3rd down. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we've played 3 quarters. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Here we go, 3rd and 1. Gut check time on both sides. Here's Watson. He'll try to pick it up himself. He's got his target. That's complete. And he's going to be taken down with the 1st down at the Ravens 21.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 21-yard line.
An inside run with Jenkins. And this will be a gain of 6 when it's all said and done. Down to the 15 from the 21. If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up 2nd down. Back to throw, Watson. A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
But based on the play we just saw there, he might not be the guy you want to challenge in coverage on these all-important snaps. He certainly looks dialed in right now.
This is 4th. And he is going to lose yardage here. Defensively, they rally the troops to force 4th down after that 7-yard pickup back on 1st.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
And his kick is good. And they double their lead, pushing it up now to 12-6. So that gets him a little bit of breathing room, but not much. And you have to think back to the field goal that he missed earlier. This would be a 2-score game right now if he had converted then.
And if you and I are thinking about it, you know he is as well, because in the back of his mind, he's thinking, I hope I get one more shot in an important spot. He just made that one. He wants one more later to truly make up for the earlier miss.
27-yard line.
This is 1st and 10. Laundry on the field. This is going to be a false start on the offense.
Sometimes you have to slow things down a little bit when things get heated. The cadence has to be slow and deliberate at times to make sure your team's ready to go.
Penalties not what they needed here. 1st and 15. Here's Jackson to throw. Now he's going to step up and run. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. They come up on a 2nd down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down the wire. Throwing is Jackson. Now he'll tuck this and run.
Kudos for the defense from me on that one, because they were prepared the whole way to try to escape and get the more yardage running it. I like the way they stayed zeroed in on it and kept him contained when he pulled the ball down. I think he was fortunate to get what he did on that run.
He'll try to pick it up himself. And he will have the Ravens first down. At least it would appear that way. He didn't get it by much, but yes, they do get the conversion on 3rd and 1. Plenty of time and 2 timeouts still at their disposal. 1st and 10 here. Jackson. And he couldn't square up to throw there, and it falls incomplete.
Limited time left on the clock after that incompletion, so I think both sides are going to savor every second to prepare before the next snap. Because once the ball's in motion, it may be a non-stop push to finish this drive off.
And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. It's J.O.K. Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah in there for the sack. The Ravens going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. Jackson going to keep it. Connecting with Andrews. And he's going to get out of bounds with the first down. So an ideal set of circumstances there. They move the chains, and they save that final timeout.
What a pickup there, and maybe most importantly, he's able to get out of bounds and save their final timeout. So just to break down defensively, you've got to find a way to make that tackle in the field of play.
And he is out of bounds inside the 30.
Well, it certainly appears to me that the defensive guys are starting to look a little bit tired while he still has some fresh legs. Not the biggest game we've seen on a scramble, but still some positive yardage on a play that initially looked like a sure win for the defense.
Jackson going to keep it. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. In for the sack, Myles Garrett. The dog pound barking as loud as they can here. 3rd down. They'll try to run for the first with Henry. And he will have a Ravens first down. At least it appears that way. And he got it by maybe the length of the football. Jackson. Throw right side here, taken in by Bateman. And he is in as they have tied it late here in the final minute of the 4th The dramatic score to tie it, and now they just need the PAT to get the lead late fourth quarter.
So much for the touchdown maker. It's all about the extra point attempter. And I can't wait to see how this one turns out.
All right, now a big two-point conversion attempt still to come. Now Jackson. Jackson going to keep it.
I don't know about you, but I can't wait for a few years of two-point tries and see what the data tells us, because a lot of teams want to throw the ball in this situation, this time unsuccessfully. I just wonder if maybe running the ball might be the way to go.
With it moved up from the 3 to the 2, you would think maybe a few more attempts at running.
I think stats over time may bear out that running the ball will at least be the equal of throwing it in that situation.
And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Here's 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Jenkins to start the drive. And 5 yards, not going to cut it here. That clock continues to run. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they stop it with 14 seconds to go in the game. They'll come up now on 2nd down. Watson to throw. And that's incomplete. Clock stops with 10 seconds left.
Now we're in the situation where the quarterback's got to take full charge of his huddle. Got to totally command it, make sure all eyes are on him. All focus is locked in. Going to call multiple plays and go over different situations and scenarios to make sure everyone is on the same page.
And he's brought down short. 2 yards there, needed 4. Ravens going to use their 3rd and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break.
Let's go. Cougar 19.
To throw, Watson. He'll try to do it himself. Now he'll let it go deep over the middle. And this is going to be intercepted. Kyle Hamilton picks it. And he will be taken down, and that means we are headed to overtime. And we need overtime to decide this one after 4 quarters of play. We're all even. The extra session in a moment. This is the NFL on EA Sports. So it's the Ravens who won the toss. They'll get the football first here in overtime as the kick is away. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown. And the last time out, looking to repeat that, Charles' defense, they were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways, because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Lamar Jackson, such a threat with those legs, able to improvise and get the first.
1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Inside handoff, Henry. And he'll power his way forward for about 4 yards there on the first down carry.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
Jackson going to keep it on the run. He'll let this go deep right side. And this is a touchdown. Now, it's not over yet, but they draw first blood here in this overtime. As he was shuffling right out of the pocket, you could just tell he was going to take a shot downfield. He had his eyes down there the whole way.
He certainly did. He wasn't taking off to go, right? When he was flush from the pocket, a lot of times you see him, eyes will drop, ball will get tucked, and he takes off, becomes a running back. But as you noted, stayed alive as a passer, tremendous body control, and a pretty good arm there, too.
So they go with a pass, and it works there on the two-point try. Charles, just in general, what are your thoughts passing versus running on two-point conversion? Situational?
It is situational, and you have to know your team. What is your strength? Because so many people think you have to throw the ball on a two-point conversion, but the stats will tell you that running it is about as proficient. So know your team and go to your strength.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. So now, Charles, this drive, maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And his crew will take over with the football at the 35-yard line. Gigantic play by this defense, Charles. So they came back in the fourth quarter, took the momentum into overtime, and now they take the football.
And how do you think the team that just threw the pick feels right now? They surrendered the lead, got to overtime, had a chance to redeem themselves, and now they put the game in jeopardy with another pick. And guess what? Their defense has to hold.
So that'll do it for my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry. I'm